Guerrilla Publishing buys himself a drunk. Disgraced attorney Ron Durbin had a big day in Oklahoma as he bought himself a drunk from a drunk tank and may or may not have solved the case of an allegedly stolen steer chaser. Durbin started the day with a visit to the Pawhuska, Oklahoma, City Hall, where he put in a FOIA request to inquire into budget items passed by the city council, telling his fans he would file a lawsuit should the FOIA request not be fulfilled same day. Durbin moved on from the City Hall to the Osage County Courthouse, where explained he was still investigating Pawhuska City Manager Jerry Eubanks. Eubanks is accused of stealing equipment from the towns of Fairview and Blackwell, ultimately allegedly selling a $15,000 steer chaser to himself for $500. Durbin said that he could get a grand jury to investigate Eubanks if he raised 2,600 signatures from residents of the county. Scoffing at that, Durbin said he was just going to talk to Judge Stuart Tate of Osage County. Durbin was greeted warmly at the courthouse by police officers on the scene, who escorted him to the judge's office. Durbin ended up leaving a message for the judge, explaining that the judge needed to convene a grand jury immediately to take up the Eubanks issue. The YouTuber then drove to Eubanks' property, where he spent a great deal of time figuring out how to fly a drone over the property. Eventually, Durbin claimed that he had enough footage to prove that the skid steer was on the property, though all he showed was blurry images to his live stream from the view screen on the drone's controller. As he was driving back to town, Durbin was passed by Eubanks and another police vehicle. Durbin turned around and returned to Eubanks' property, getting out of his car and shouting threats at Eubanks before again exiting the scene. Durbin encountered an Osage County Sheriff's Department vehicle on the way out, stopping the vehicle to ask what he needed to do to file a complaint with his footage. The deputy directed him to the Osage County Jail, where he would later meet up with Durbin after Durbin retrieved his FOIA request from the Pawhuska City Hall. After filing his report with the sheriff's office, Durbin dramatically bailed out a random 20-year-old man who was being held for public intoxication. The man seemed confused by Durbin's presence and wary of him in general as Durbin drove the man home, promising that he would get a new person out of jail every day from that point forward. Wednesday's live stream continues Durbin's investigation of the city of Pawhuska, after Durbin was ejected from a Pawhuska City Council meeting earlier in the year. Durbin claims that the city council conspired to illegally hire Eubanks and most recently protested a bonus that the city council allotted to Eubanks for overtime work. Durbin's law license is still suspended by the Oklahoma Bar Association. Durbin has promised that he'll be filing his federal civil rights lawsuit against the Bar Association next week.